What's going on, guys? My name is NostalgiaFPS. I hope you're all having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the console war, and this was all inspired by a Game Informer magazine. I actually got this at Goodwill for $1, and it was a really fun read. The magazine came out after E3 2017, so there were lots of cool stories and predictions and things like that in there. Anyway, let's jump into the piece that inspired this video. The title of the article was Abandoning Xbox? And it was a write-in to Game Informer from a guy named Devin. So basically, this guy writes into Game Informer and he says, hey, I used to be an Xbox fanboy. I played on 360 all the time. The Xbox One came out, I got that, but there's not really that many exclusives yet, so I've gone to PlayStation. He also says some of his favorites like Gears of War are also on PC. This is very true of Xbox exclusives. If you play Forza, Halo, that kind of stuff, it's on PC now. So because his Xbox favorites are on PC and PlayStation has some good single player games, he's essentially going to completely switch. So first things first, I completely understand his standpoint, and I'm okay with the fact that he wants to switch. I'm not an Xbox fanboy or anything like that. I'm not going to be begging people to stay on the platform. Again, to clarify, I'm completely okay with everything that Devin said in his article. What does frustrate me though is what Game Informer said in a response to him. See, this was a write-in piece by a fan, Devin, and after the write-in piece, Game Informer gave their own opinion. So basically, Game Informer is like, yeah, Devin, you're so right, and I'm going to read you the quote of what they said. Microsoft's Play Anywhere initiative may get its first-party titles into the hands of more players, but without a strong and exclusive game lineup, the Xbox One doesn't have a lot to differentiate itself from the competition. I was not on Xbox in 2017, I was on PlayStation, but I can tell you categorically that Xbox doesn't have a lot to differentiate itself is ridiculous. There's a little something called preference, and it's literally why I switched from PlayStation to Xbox. Again, I am not trying to sound like an Xbox fanboy here. I am fine with both consoles. I still own my PS4, I just prefer Xbox now. Game Informer is basically saying the only reason to choose a console is because of exclusives. Of course, exclusives should be a piece of the pie, but it's not everything. Xbox has so much that I love despite not having a few titles. To me, it's got a better controller, user interface, and most importantly, better backwards compatibility. And even though it's a really small difference, I definitely prefer Xbox parties over PS4 parties. Overall, I get why people play PlayStation. I enjoyed PlayStation for a long time, but to say that Xbox is gonna die because it doesn't have console exclusives, that's ridiculous to me. Basically, the point of my rant is just to say, exclusives aren't everything. Preference is a huge deal with consoles, and that's why we shouldn't have console wars. It should be about what you enjoy playing the most, where your friends are. I think it would be awesome if Xbox had greater exclusives. I'm not going to ignore that. But to say Xbox is inferior just because of that, it's just dumb. Whatever you play, whether you're on PS4, Xbox, PC, or Switch, I hope you have a great time. But if you're saying that there's no reason to play other consoles, that's just shallow-minded. Anyway, that about sums up my rant. I hope you enjoyed, and you enjoy the gameplay in the background. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.